Sir, you really want this to come to you? Really? Alright, yeah. Well, have you heard of a new special weapon? It's this weird, goofy event weapon. And this weapon is now one of my favorite weapons in the game. Not because it's, you know, that good necessarily, but because it's very fun. Its base stats just gives a bunch of HP, but the notable thing is it's passive. When an attack hits an opponent, so that's, you know, any attack on a Catalyst character, there will be an AoE instance of damage equal to 80% of the character's max HP, which can trigger once every 15 seconds. And that is goofy. And the reason that's goofy is because it can crit. And I have the perfect physical goblet for it. And we're using a physical goblet because, of course, it's doing physical damage. So why would you not? Why? I can't even keep it straight face. All right, no box going. Bam. There we go. 60k damage. Now, you might say, you know, is it really worth using for just that additional instance of damage? Or no, not really. There's better options usually for your characters to take advantage of more strong passives. But there is interesting things you can do with it that aren't just meme-y, but we are mostly going to be doing meme things today. The reason I have picked out... The reason I have picked out Neuvillette is because of the fact that how good an HP scaling instance of damage is going to depend on what a character's base HP is, and Neuvillette, as an HP scaling Catalyst user, has one of the higher base HPs in the game, at about 14,700. Mualani actually has a higher base HP, but Mualani does not ascend with crit damage. Neuvillette does, so we should be able to get his crit damage stat to be higher to see a bigger funny number. And we're going to be trying to maximize this damage number in a team, mostly for the sillies, so this weapon can actually be maybe compelling. You're rude, sir. You deserve it. It's so funny seeing just do that. If Charlotte's healing was HP scaling and she didn't have relatively low base HP, then I honestly think I would be making this video on Charlotte instead, because I think it could be compelling on her. But we're going for the meme option instead, because I just think it's funny to use Neuvillette in a really silly way. And also, we're not going to be doing Neuvillette charge attacks this video, other than the one I did earlier, because that would be sacrilegious to this weapon. No. Now, the team we're going to use around this, now one of the options is doing Farina, because Farina's universal damage bonus will increase the functional damage that we can get from the weapon on Neuvillette. And we're also not doing Neuvillette charge attacks, and Farina will drain an HP of the team, and that means we can still do Marche Hunter on Neuvillette to try to have him have higher crit damage than we'd otherwise be able to have. And because I'm not going to be spending meaningful field time on Neuvillette, like I'll probably just press E on him. And then, of course, the other component of trying to maximize physical damage is you want superconduct happening, which means we want an Electro and a Cryo teammate. And since we can have an on-field unit, I think it'd be funny to try to do Raiden on-field. Now, there is a slight issue of Farina does ideally make us want healing in the team, believe it or not. So, funnily enough, I think Charlotte is the ideal option. So we can have superconduct and she can be a healer for Farina. I'm also not going to power down my Farina. Well, okay, she's powered down right now, but I'm going to switch my Farina to having a competent build, not this. Normally, I power her down in my videos because I have C2, but I think we need the damage in this video. You know what? For the first time ever, I'm actually going to use Farina's weapon on Farina. I've never used this weapon on her before. I think this will be enough ER with the energy we get from Neuvillette. This weapon can turn any Catalyst user in the game into an HP scaling physical DPS. I want Mihoyo to make more silly weapons like this one. Like the perfect version of this weapon. Like, imagine if this weapon could trigger from off-field damage and happened every 8 seconds instead of every 15 seconds. Alright, for Neuvillette's artifacts, we're using Marche Hunters. This is definitely a little bit of a scuffed crit ratio. Alright, really rude. Sir, you really want this to come to you? Really? Alright, yeah. Bye. We're gonna fight the Cappy Blappy. Buffing wise, I think, what do? We'll start with Farina. We'll do Raiden. As long as we trigger Superconduct. Yeah, we did. Good, that's fine. And bam. I forgot to let MH Sax build, and I think that was a 47k non-crit. Yeah, okay. That's what I should have done. That was my bad. Alright. We'll restart here. I forgot I have the dodge. Alright, try again. Oh, now our Raiden doesn't have any energy, though. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. It's fine. It'll be fine. Alright, and Kerblam. I didn't see the number because he ran away. Oh my god. I'm rude. God dang, I let Raiden die again. This freaking Capybara. I don't think I can interrupt this Capybara in this team. It doesn't do enough poise damage. I think the Capybara was a mistake. Also, I should probably put a crit rate circle on Nubilat so I can actually crit consistently. I didn't think properly about the fact that it would take me time to get the MH stacks, and that makes me think that I should definitely just like use a two-piece build or something. This dude should be a little bit less annoying. Was the Capybara a skill issue? Yes, but it's fine. We'll do that. Alright, and then we'll just spend on field for a second, get MH stacks, and bam! 159,000. It's too good, and then, you know, normally I would obviously ride and burst, but I don't have their energy up, so oh well. Alright. Do it again. Let's do it again. This, do this. And then Kerblam. It didn't crit. Frick! Okay. I should just use a build that doesn't need me to get MH stacks going. That's my feeling right now. Okay, I put Nubilat on a two-piece build. I don't know if this is really better per se, but it's two-piece HP, so he has a lot more HP than he did on the MH build, and less crit damage. The crit rate is technically less if you factor in the MH stacks. You know what? I have a solution to this problem. I normally don't do this, but we're memeing today, so may as well full-on meme and just have some... What are these? I don't know what these are. But, you know, crit rate and crit damage. Wow. Suddenly, we can pretend the build is really great. Give me my energy. There we go. All right. Blam. Do that. Do that. And do it that. And... Yeah, what? I stopped what it's saying, what I was going to say. But that was 168,000. Oh, it's so silly. I love it. Is it worth doing this? No, obviously. You should probably just play Nubilat the normal way, you know? And in fact, this weapon can be a compelling weapon that does let you see funny, large, big physical damage numbers on a normal 4-piece MH build when you do charge attacks. Oh, the 168k is so funny to me. It's so funny. I love this weapon. It's so dumb. But yeah, realistically, just using it as a okay stat stick weapon for Nubilat or Mualani and using the characters normally, but then just enjoying seeing the funny large physical damage numbers, not doing something silly like configuring the team around physical damage bonus. I believe there's this meme image floating around from the Chinese side of the Genshin community. Hopefully I'll have it on screen here. And I think this is fantastic. This illustrates my enjoyment of this weapon. It's silly, it's fantastic. And to prove the memeing is truly possible, contributing some amount of team damage, I'm gonna try to clear Abyss, I think, with this team. Sir, why are you following me? Are you sure you want to follow me? Because I can do this. It's too silly. Alright, before we head into the Abyss, I want to get revenge on the Cappy. Alright, we will do this. Ah, what? You just like love tap my Charlotte. These freaking local legends, man. God freaking dang it. Okay, Blam 160k, and then we burst with Ride and where are you? No. Okay. Really, Raiden's charge attacks don't get him out of this. Okay, you just like have to bring him. Okay, well, you know what, sir? You do less physical damage than my Nubilat. That's, you know, I think that I got one over on you. See, 54,000 damage. That's less than Nubilat gets. Get wrecked. I'm better than you. This weapon is definitely at its best when you can just use it to casually, like, one-tap enemies, boink for, you know, 100k damage. Which is to say, it's mostly an overworld weapon as far as where you can see meaningful value from it. But let's head to the Abyss to truly test it out. I'm going to use an Arlecchino Chevreuse team on the second side, so as long as I can clear in about 2 minutes in the first half, I think we can 36-star with this team. I'm not going to do any Nubilat charge attacks, but I might do Nubilat burst for a little bit of additional damage, because, you know, It does make... Oh, this dude's physical resistant. Ah, that's really annoying. I didn't crit. That's even more annoying. Okay, well, whatever. We'll still be fine. My Farida constellations are definitely helping here. Farida's doing a very meaningful amount of damage, but no, just pretend it's all physical Nubilette damage and not Raiden and Farina. Alright, we'll start with Raiden first. Yeah, because what else do we need? Alright, and then we BAM! It was only 60k. Oh, I think I ran out of Farina Burst, but my goal happened there. I wanted to kill it with the physical damage. Well, that was a dang 1 minute clear. It wasn't even slow. I think even if I didn't have Farina Constellations, this would be doable. Easy. Damage percent from sprinting, this will buff the physical damage. Wait. I think these freaking enemies are physical resistant as well. Oh my god. What? Mahoya, why do you... I forgot the universe. Why do you hate physical? Okay, whatever. Blam. I didn't crit. Oh, okay. Well. Oh yeah, we don't get food buffs here. It's not that surprising. Oops. Well, you know, again, just pretend it was the physical damage. Reality is much more pleasing when you pretend it goes exactly as you want it. Blam! Yeah, 150k, finally! He's doing so much more damage than Raiden. Raiden gets piddly 16,000 damage. Nubilette. Nubilette gets so much more damage than Raiden here. Clearly, it's the optimal build. Right? And blam. 159k. Are these not physical? I don't know. They might be physical resistant. I don't know. Usually robot enemies I think are physical resistant, but it doesn't matter. They're going to die regardless. Yeah, this chamber is definitely going a bit slower, but not unusably slow. I'll definitely still be able to clear. Mostly because Arlecchino's a kind of really strong character, but ignore that. Shoot. And die. Yeah. Oh, I love this. And that certainly wasn't the fastest clear in the world, but I'll still be able to clear because, you know, our Lucino's pretty strong, in case you didn't know. So, I'll be fine. See, 40 seconds to spare. That's so much time to spare that I definitely would not need Farina Constellations. Which is to say that technically, this is more optimal than it needs to be. You only need to be as optimal in Genshin up to the point of being able to clear the content, and I did it. So, you know, how viable it will be for you depends on depends on, you know, the entire state of the investment of your account and other characters, yada yada yada, yap. But it works. This is probably one of the most meme things I've done. Wow, okay, all my buffs are very bad. I could have gotten like HP buffs or something. I've gotten no crit buff cards, no HP buff, just a stupid sprint damage buffing card. Alright, come on. Do that. Wait, I didn't Farina Burst. Oh, okay. Oops, whatever. What do we get without Farina Burst? 100k still, yeah. Oh boy. Very nice. Alright, now we get the Farina Burst. Do that. Do this. Ow. Ow, don't die. There we go. Alright, and kerblab! Oh, it's so funny to me. I love it. Ow. Stop it. I haven't even Raiden bursted this chamber yet. Yeah, 150k. Okay, I'm not taking very good advantage. It is AoE damage, right? So if enemies are you know, together, if you abuse their movement, right, you can make sure you get 150k damage times 2. You can get 300k damage from it. Like, ironically, it's not a meaningless amount of damage, right? Like, you saw the damage. Let's see if we can get damage on all 4 of these right here. Bam. Oh, well, I only got on the 2. Sad. Okay, well, you know, it's still fine. Alright. No, no, Frida, you killed it. No, how rude. Yeah, that was still a minute and a half clear. And we cleared with plenty of time to spare. So, ultimately, does this, make sense to do? No, not really, but it is really fun, and it's an interesting method of being able to offer, your Nuvilette, in this case, to get, like, more... To get some front-loaded damage, right? If we removed the physical goblet from him and put him on a Hydro Goblet on a normal Marchese build, then, you could still do normal Nuvilette things, and he has some additional front-loaded damage in AoE that could be valuable. It could be... It is something that could technically get you faster clears than using, like, Prototype Amber on Nuvilette, even though Prototype Amber is also really valuable on Nuvilette. So, yes, this is a really fun weapon. It could turn Yai into the weird meme physical DPS as well, right? So, anyways, I didn't use Nuvilette's charge attack because I thought it was funnier to use a different on-fielder. The ideal, correct, whatever version of this team that I think makes a bit more sense would actually be Rosaria, particularly if you have C6 Rosaria like I do. I don't have her leveled up meaningfully enough to get good value out of her, but Rosaria can do both her own meaningful off-field damage, and she does crit rate buffing. And with C6, she does physical res shred. Physical res shred would increase the damage of this even more. So Rosaria instead of Charlotte here, and then, I don't know, do Fischl or something, and then actually just do Nuvilette charge attacks. So a team like this, right? The more units that Furina's damage is buffing, the better that Furina's buff is. And in this case, Furina would be buffing all 4 units in the team. You don't need a dedicated healer because Nuvilette can technically, give enough damage bonus for Furina to get meaningful value from Furina's damage bonus, right? And then Fischl, she wrecks everything. She destroys half the shields in the game. Rosaria, just a little bit of off-field damage buffer of her own. And, then you can do funny physical damage on Nuvilette and still get good, charge attack damage or whatever on Nuvilette if you wanted to. So I unironically really love this weapon. It might make me play Nuvilette more again just because I think this is funny. And yes, I will probably leave him on a physical goblet because it's fine. He's strong enough that he doesn't need to be on a Hydro Goblet. Particularly when paired with Furina. He's getting plenty of damage bonus anyways. It'll be fine. Anyways, this is a silly video. I like this weapon a lot. I'm glad they added it. It's like the right amount of... It's, I think, the perfect state for an event weapon to be in, where it's like, it's not like it's so crazy that if you don't get the weapon, you're missing out on something super strong or anything. It's not like the version 1.0 event weapon, Festering Desire, which is really, really good on Furina, that basically nobody has unless they've been playing since the launch of the game. This is just a casual, silly, fun weapon that is unique in what it does. Well, okay, like, to be clear, there is other weapons that do the same thing. Eye of Perception has a 360% attack physical multiplier, but this is a much, much lower multiplier compared to the 80% HP multiplier. This will get you much bigger damage instances than this silly thing. Yap, that I like the weapon. That's all there is to it. It's a funny way to use the Waterman. And that's all there is to it. So, I don't know, subscribe for more silly videos like this where I do dumb things and still succeed in Genshin Impact. As a side effect of playing the game for way too long.